Hey there, Balanced Bytes community. Welcome back to another edition of our weekly live stream. I am your host, Trasetta Washington, and I am excited to be back with you another day. So today we're going to be diving into a topic that's not just important, but downright crucial. We're going to be talking about loving yourself through self-care practices. I know doesn't that sound delicious? I know it does. Well, let's go ahead and get started. So I do want to take a moment and we're going to get real for just a moment. Okay. How many of you, or I should say, how many of us, because I want to include myself in this, find ourselves really kind of caught up in the whirlwind, right? The whirlwind of all the tasks that we need to do on a day-to-day basis, the deadlines, the hustle and bustle of just life, right? I know that I do. I get caught up myself, even though I teach productivity, the same challenges that you have, I'm challenged with as well. But today we're going to be talking about why taking a moment to love yourself and practice self-care is an absolute game changer. So why does it matter? Why does it matter that you practice self-love and practice self-care? I want you to think about it this way. Think of self-love and self-care as like a superhero dynamic duo, right? And they swoop in to rescue you from all the chaos that is life, right? So when you make room for both of these practices, you're not just simply indulging in moments of relaxation, right? You're actually investing in your overall well-being. Now let's talk productivity for just a moment. It may sound counterintuitive, but taking time for yourself actually enhances your productivity. Why do I say that? Because when your cup is full, right, you are so much better equipped to take on challenges, make decisions, and quite frankly, just bring your A game to everything that you do. It's kind of like having the opportunity to upgrade your superpowers, right? And then also personal fulfillment. That's like the cherry on top. When you prioritize self love and self care, you're sending a powerful message to yourself that I am worthy. I want you to sit with that for a moment, right? I am worthy. When you are taking care of you first, you are sending that signal, sending that message to yourself that I am worthy. It's all about embracing who you are, celebrating the uniqueness that is you, and then creating this life that aligns with your values. Now, I'm not going to pretend that this is easy to do because let's all face it, it's not. Like life comes at us pretty hard. And we're all on our own individual well being journeys, right? And that's perfectly okay. So the key here is to acknowledge the importance of self love and self care as part of the adventure, right? So, are you ready to explore this journey with me? I hope you are. So, whether you are a seasoned self care pro or you're just starting out, I've got some really practical tips lined up to share with you today that you can very easily start to weave into your daily routine. It's time for you to start making self love and self care a non negotiable part of your life. Right. And listen, it's February, it's the month of love. So why not shift the focus from kind of chocolates and flowers and candies and all those things to loving you? Because again, you are worthy. So I want you to stay tuned because we're going to dive into some really practical and actionable strategies that you can start implementing today, like right now. But for now, let's continue the conversation. I want to hear from you. Let me know. What does self-love mean to you? How are ways that you practice it? Share your thoughts, share the things that you do in the comments. I want to know what you all are working on, what you all are doing. Some of the things that I do, I talk about this a lot. I do aromatherapy baths on a weekly basis. I buy myself flowers. I take myself out for a nice dinner and drinks at least twice a month. And then, admittedly, I was getting a massage once a month, but just leading up to the holidays when I was really caring for my father and things really got kind of difficult, I pulled away from that. But this is the month. February is the month. I'm going to, matter of fact, as soon as we're done, I'm going to go ahead and book an appointment for me to get a massage because I miss it and my body needs it. Listen. All right, so grab a pen, grab a notepad or your digital device, whatever it is that you like to use to take some notes, and let's go ahead and continue this journey together because you are in for a treat. Okay, so I hope you've got your note-taking implements ready because we're going to dive into some practical strategies for loving yourself through some self-care practices. So we've already talked about why self-love and self-care are total game changers. Now let's go ahead and kind of like roll up our sleeves, right? We're going to roll up our sleeves and get to the nitty-gritty of how you can make it happen in your daily life. So I've got 3 tips for you today. Tip number 1 is mindful moments, right? Picture this. You're going to take a quick pause in your day to center yourself. It could be through taking a few deep breaths. It could be taking a moment to be grateful for something in your life. It could be going for a walk where you're just being mindful of what is happening around you instead of being inwardly focused, focusing on kind of the sights and the sounds and what you see and just kind of getting out of your head, right? Taking these micro breaks may seem small and seem like it's not really going to do, what's taking a minute to take a few deep breaths or to be grateful for something? What is that really going to do for me, self-care wise or productivity wise? I want you to trust me. Just give it a try. It really can have a big impact on your overall well-being if you just insert these mindful moments throughout your day. It only takes a minute, right? You can do this in as little as 60 seconds, right? Now, going for a walk, that'll take a little longer. But if you're doing the deep breaths or the gratitude, you can take 60 seconds to do that, right? So, tip number 2 is to do some gratitude journaling, right? So, we're going to kick up the gratitude, kick it up a little notch, right? So, what you're going to do here is grab a notebook or your digital device. I know if you have an iPhone just rolled out a new journaling app as part of their latest update. You can use that, whatever. But grab your notebook or whatever you're going to use to do your journaling. And I want you to jot down 3 things, just 3 things that you are grateful for today. Make it a practice to do this every day. One of the things that I say this all the time is what you focus on expands, right? So if you are focusing on all the things that you have to do, all the things that you don't have time for, all the things that are going wrong in your life, then you are magnifying that. You are expanding that in your life. But if you could shift your focus to the things that you are grateful for, you expand the things that you enjoy, the things you desire, the things that light you up, the things that bring you joy, right? So, just it doesn't, and listen, it doesn't have to be anything major. It could be something as simple as it's a beautiful sunny day. It could be that you had a really good cup of coffee because, baby, let me tell you, having a good cup of coffee is top tier. I just recently, I haven't talked about this. I'll share just a moment. I'm in the process of moving back to Orlando. I grew up in the Orlando area, and I'm in the process of moving. And I was here. I'm actually in Orlando right now, and I was here couple of weeks ago, and I've been looking for some places, little local coffee shops that I can go and get out of the house so that I can work outside of the home, because who wants to be cooped up all the time? And I tried out this new coffee place, and I was so ready for my coffee and my muffin, and I took that first sip and it was horrible. Horrible. I absolutely hated it. I drank the whole cup because I paid for it. And I really wanted a cup of coffee, but yeah, it was horrible. So anyway, I didn't mean to digress. But again, it could be something really simple like a warm, sunny day, especially after a lot of rain, a good cup of coffee, or just the fact that you have a supportive friend in your life. Focusing on the positive can really start to shift your mindset and elevate your mood. And if you're in a good mood, if you feel good, you're able to focus more, you're able to be more productive, right? And finally, tip number 3 is to do some mini self care rituals, right? These could be little tiny acts of kindness that you do for you, right? You're doing these acts of kindness for yourself. So whether it is savoring a piece of chocolate, taking a bubble bath or an aromatherapy bath, like I like to do, or simply enjoying a few pages from a good book. These rituals, again, they add up and create this cumulative effect of self love throughout your day. Now, I can almost hear you. I can almost hear the wheels turning in your head saying, how am I supposed to remember how to do all of this? Well, I want to introduce to you a very beautiful and fantastic resource that may be able to help you out. It is my Stress Less bundle, right? So it's a digital bundle that includes my Stress Less ebook. It includes some at-home spa day recipe cards, so you can find a spa day activity that you can do right in the comfort of your own home for little to nothing. It also has a PDF of some affirmations that can help to reduce stress, because when we what we say over ourselves, what we speak over ourselves matters, because our words have creative power. And then it also includes a relaxation guided meditation, so it's kind of like having a self-care toolkit at your fingertips, right? And the best part is that you can easily incorporate all these things into your routine, making self-love and stress reduction a seamless part of your day. So the bundle is regularly $27, but in honor of Valentine's Day, you can get it for just $14, right? For just $14. So I'm going to drop the link on the screen here. So if you just head over to TrasettaAnel.com/stress less bundle, use the coupon code LOVE at checkout, and you'll be able to access the bundle for $14 instead of the regular price of $27. So, but before we wrap up, that's all I've got for today. But before we wrap up, I want you to remember these tips aren't about adding more to your to-do list, right? That's not what we're trying to do here. What we're talking about is infusing love, infusing self-love into the things that you're already doing. So as you go about your day, you find these moments, these micro moments to be kind to you, right? So what are the key takeaways here? 1, mindful moments. 2, gratitude journaling. And 3, these mini self-care rituals. And of course, go ahead, check out the Stress Less bundle for a treasure trove of self-care goodies, right? Because who doesn't like a goodie? All right. So I want to challenge you. I'm challenging you to try out one of these strategies today, right? And then come back, share your experience in the comments, and let's inspire one another to make self love a daily practice. Now, I will say this, if you're the type of person you don't want to put it public, you don't want to put it in the comments, feel free to slide in my inbox, slide in my DMs, and let me know what your experience was like loving on yourself. Well, that's a wrap for today's episode of Balanced Bites. Stay tuned for our next live stream where we'll explore more ways for you to elevate your well-being in bite-sized, actionable doses. Thank you so much for joining me on this self-love journey today. Until next time, take care of yourselves and remember, you are worth it.